Well, hello and welcome to Sports Today's Morning News Wrap. I am Siddharth Gulati and I'm going to bring you all the latest updates that made the headlines on various newspapers and on different digital platforms. So let's just begin with a bit of cricket news here. Well, it's a very unusual image to begin the live with, but that's what the situation is all about at the Greater Noida Stadium, which is hosting the one-off test between New Zealand and Afghanistan. Well, it's day 2 and still there is no play because the outfield is still wet. There was no play on day 1 also, but it was completely sunny because it's been raining in the Greater Noida region from the past couple of days. The outfield and the ground has taken a lot of beating. Still, the ground is not ready, and the latest update that we have from the Greater Noida Stadium is that they have dug up the square in the mid-on fielding region because it is not completely ready for the play to begin with. They have basically putting in the dry soil to make sure that the ground gets ready for the play to begin, and there are still wet patches on the ground, which means that we might not see any play for the next few hours or so. And overall, the players are still in hotel, which means that there is no good update that we might have in the next couple of hours. So as of now, there is an inspection scheduled at 12 p.m. IST, and we'll keep you posted with all the latest updates. Moving on to some brilliant news now for the Rinku Singh fans. Well, he's going to feature in the second round of the Duleep Trophy that's going to begin on 12th of September. More than likely, he's going to feature for India B, but at the very same time, the Indian first choice players that have been selected for the opening test against Bangladesh, they are going to assemble at the NCA, and obviously, with as a whole, as they get ready for the all important Bangladesh series. So this means that there are going to be multiple replacements of those first choice players like Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill. There's going to be KL Rahul. Saras Khan is probably the only squad who's going to stay with his Duleep Trophy team for the second round of match also. So he might join the India squad after that. So that's pretty much about it, that Rinku Singh is going to be there, and so is going to be Sarfaraz Khan, who will play in the second round of Duleep Trophy match 2 and will then assemble with the India's first choice players for the opening test against Bangladesh in Chennai beginning September 19th. So KL Rahul or Sarfaraz Khan, who is going to occupy that number 5 slot or the number 6 slot in India's middle order for the upcoming test season, which features Bangladesh, New Zealand and Australia? Well, remember, India are going to play 2 matches against Bangladesh, 3 New Zealand, and the all important 5 matches of the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So if reports are to be believed, then KL Rahul is set to be preferred over Sarfaraz Khan because Indian team wants to use KL Rahul's experience of test matches. Well, he made his debut late in 2014, 2015. It's been around 10 years now. He's been a part of the Indian team. He's featured in 50 test matches, has played across all the positions, from top order to middle order. And that's where the Indian team wants to use his experience specifically for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, because KL Rahul has toured down under multiple times. So Sarfaraz Khan is going to stay with the squad, and if there is any injury that arises, well, he'll straight away walk into India's 11. So that's about it. So in case you have joined us just now for the morning wrap, KL Rahul is set to be preferred over Sarfaraz Khan in India's middle order for the upcoming test season. Moving on to some more cricket news here. Well, Shubman Gill has warned the Indian team against complacency for the upcoming test series against Bangladesh. Well, Gill has been impressed with Bangladesh's middle order and bowling performances in their 2-match test series against Pakistan, which they won 2-0. They whitewashed Pakistan there, and that's where Gill feels that Bangladesh are playing total cricket. They're a well-rounded unit, and that's where India will have to really adapt well in Chennai and Kanpur conditions so as to make sure that they can get the better of Bangladesh. Well, India are yet to lose a test against Bangladesh, and Gill wants that India should be at their very best so as to continue their perfect record. And at the very same time, Gill also spoke about his personal performances that he set a personal goal that he wants to convert those 50s into 100s on a more consistent basis. Well, he's playing at his new number 3 position, and he wants to make sure that he settles in there and features for India for a very, very long time with those brilliant performances. So shifting to some more wrestling news here, that Bajrang Punia, who recently joined the Indian National Congress, has moved Delhi High Court versus the NADA, which is the National Anti-Doping Agency, primarily because he wants to seek permission to compete in the World Wrestling Championships after being suspended. So Bajrang Punia has alleged multiple violations by NADA, which basically took place during the doping test process of Bajrang. So that's basically about it, that he is moving to High Court so as to make sure that there is a petition that he files against NADA, and he wants to compete in the World Wrestling Championships. So moving to some hockey news here, well, it's a good news for the Indian fans because India have completed their second successive victory in the Asian Champions Trophy, a tournament which they are defending champions of. Well, they defeated Japan 5-1 in their second match. Well, remember, India had defeated China in their tournament opener 3-0. So India, as of now, they are topping the standings there, and India have 3 more matches left. Malaysia, that's going to take place tomorrow on Wednesday, and Thursday it is going to be South Korea, and Saturday India versus Pakistan. And if India can manage to win the next couple of matches, they will assure themselves of a spot in the semi-finals. Some more football news here. Well, India suffered an embarrassing defeat against Syria 3-0 in the Intercontinental Cup, which meant that India finished last in the group and Syria clinched the title. Well, India had also lost their game against Mauritius, and it's been a completely forgettable year for the Indian football team, who are still looking for their first win. And lastly, Harry Kane is set to get an honor for his 100th cap for England. Well, England captain Harry Kane will be presented with a golden cap to mark his 100th appearance for the country ahead of the Nations League match against Finland. That's going to take place tonight as far as the IST timings are concerned, and the game is going to take place at Wembley. So that's about it from the morning news wrap, and stay tuned to Sports Today for all the exciting updates and analysis on the sporting world. Until then, on behalf of my producer Shashwat, it's Siddharth Gulati saying goodbye.